Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way.
Three-way.
Replay of big dicks.
Right?
Hmm.
I learned a lot
I
this
learned a
episode.
lot about big dicks.
Yes, that's
More than
right. The girths.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly. It's not just, if there's a lot of things happening with big dicks.
Yeah, we just go straight into it then. But yeah, I didn't know about the whole they have to get it from the thigh or from the arm. And it was
Yeah,
like,
Gabe hinted at that before earlier in the season when we first got to meet him. And he has said that in the meetup relationship, or in the start of their relationship, he was talking about how he was very nervous at first because he didn't have it, but that it's fully functioning now. And so we get the backstory of how it works. But before that, he is out there in Colombia consulting with a plastic surgeon, excuse me, about getting his top surgery finally done. And, from that first episode too, when we got to meet him, did you see that he had boobs? I mean, I kind of saw that they were unusual, but I didn't really even notice them.
I didn't notice them at all. And even when he took off his top, I was like, I don't really see anything there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he probably works out, so the muscle, the actual pectoralis, might be a little bit more defined. So he's lost some of his boob fat.
I don't think it's worth it for him to go through that surgery.
Yeah, especially if he's nervous about it. But it seems to be the top surgery, as the doctor said, would probably be the easiest in your transition. But Gabe's pretty nervous about scarring because he's had a lot of complications with his bottom surgery. And the way that the phalloplasty works is they basically connect the nerve endings of your clitoris to the nerve endings in your legs so that you can actually feel it.
Mm.
Isn't science amazing?
What the
How can they
heck?
even
Who
find nerve
invented that?
endings? Like, can you find them in like, do
Yeah,
you
you could
put
see
them like
them.
with the tweezers? You can see them
Yeah,
like
they're
with a
they're pretty
little.
big. Yeah.
Oh,
So you could
okay.
see them, but I didn't know how you would connect them, right? I mean, from what we've learned in biology about nerves, is there's neurotransmitters that connect them and electrical signals or whatever. So it sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, because how do you like turn it from like a normal leg um nerve to like a sexual stimulation nerve?
Yeah. So where do you feel it when they start to poke at your penis? You feel it on like your legs? Like he said that you could do it on your arm. So what if you like rubbed your arm? Would you also be feeling like a little bit of a stimulation? So many questions.
I don't know, like connected to his clitoral nerves.
Oh, interesting.
That's what he said. But like, is it internally then that gives it the girth, and the outside would be the clitoral nerves where he would feel it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we were just like, what's the name of his girlfriend?
Isabel.
We were just like Isabel, really curious about how it all works and how he's able to ejaculate. And
Mhm.
essentially, his cum is the same as Isabel's.
Very interesting. Yes.
So
Is this the female ejaculation?
it
Is that what he's
is.
referring to?
It is. It is the female ejaculation, except now his has to travel through his urethra.
I mean, that means that he must have a lot. Is that like a lot?
Well, that's what she said. She's like, it feels like it feels, I feel it. It's there. It's no, it must be a lot.
That's really interesting.
I guess he's lucky
Yeah.
that he can produce that. Because not every woman can, right? Or does.
Right.
Right, right. I don't think every woman does, right? I'm not quite sure. Or is it like, you should if it's.
If it's real, real good.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's real, real good. That's what makes it
Exactly.
juicy.
Yeah. If it's real, real
Exactly.
good. They make you, the term is, well, I hate to say it, but it starts with an S and rhymes with a quirt.
What is it? Squirt? What?
You said it.
A squirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's that squirting all over the place.
If it's like one of those things that not many women know about because they've never,
They've never done it. Yeah,
they
they don't even think it could happen.
But good for him. Good for him. I'm very happy for him after all of that trauma he went through with the surgery. I'm glad that he's to a place that he's satisfied and happy with.
Mm-hmm.
But how about when he said the first time he did it, he thought it was gonna fall off? Like, wait, why?
I don't know. I guess when you have anything, you've never gotten a C-section, right? You guys don't have
No.
stitches. So my stitches are fully healed, and every time I go to kneel to like bend down to pick something or like bend my knee to try to like reach something on my bed, it does feel like it's gonna tear open. Even though it's like, it's not, but you feel like it's gonna rip open.
But maybe because like the skin is, it's not how it originally
Softest.
was.
Yeah, it's softest at those points.
Ew. So it always feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
Will it ever go away? Will that feeling ever go away?
I mean, it's a weird time right now because it feels like, I don't know how to describe it, but when you touch it, there's no sensation, but you know that you feel it.
Mm.
You got phantom leg? Is that what you're saying?
Not quite phantom leg, phantom skin, where it's like if you touch your skin and you scratch, you know that you can feel the scratch, right? If I go to scratch the part of my scar, I know my hands are on there, but I can't feel the scratch. So it's like the nerve endings on my skin have been damaged.
Dead?
Yeah.
Oh no, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Who would have thought all of that would happen?
Yeah.
With a simple joyride.
Simple joyride. No, the story is I dove off of a 20-foot cliff to save a dying baby from drowning.
A dying
Tell all your
baby from
friends.
drowning.
It's already
Wow,
dying,
that
and then it
baby
was
had a
drowning,
lot.
and I had to save it because it was getting eaten by sharks. They were swimming there, so I punched a few.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So
That
thank
baby
you.
had a lot going on. Huh?
That's right. I'm a hero.
You
You
are,
are.
man. You are. So do you think then that he can't feel the skin on his thighs then? His
It's
scars were
possible.
bad,
Yeah, they were
right?
deep.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, 'cause
they went
peeled
in.
the skin off too, right? Like there is no skin on there.
Well, I think
Oh,
he had like 3 rounds of surgeries, right? So it was like multiple complications.
yeah.
So maybe that's part of it. Yeah, it's risky.
Do you guys think that Gabriel is good looking?
Yes.
I think he is good looking.
I think he's good looking too.
Especially when he
Totally think he's good
smiles.
looking.
You got a really good smile.
Yes, he really
Mhm.
does. Yes, and I also think that Isabel is very pretty.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
they're a cute couple.
yeah, I think they're a good match too. Like when he gets all anxious and nervous, she's like very calm, and she calms him down. She's like, "It's okay, don't worry."
His
They have
transition
good
is so
matching
good
personality.
that when he tried to get a consult for his top surgery the first time, even his doctor was like, "No man gets top surgery. Get out of here. Fuck out of here."
That's what I was gonna say. Wouldn't that be a compliment to him?
It's so good that nobody even figured out that he was a guy that
He
used
thought
to
I
be
was
not a
lying.
guy. That was pretty much it for their adventures this week.
Well, they did have a really good conversation about sex and the size, and how when did Isabel say that it can be too big?
It can be too big. She says that
Yes.
whatever Gabe has is perfect for her.
Yes. She wants to live,
Because
okay?
she wants to
Yes.
live. They were talking about different options that you could have. You could actually have pump action penis erections. You can have just a rod that's always good to go, which is basically like, how did they describe a pipe cleaner that's like bendy, and it's good to go every time. You don't have to wait.
But he doesn't have any of those things, but he still has
It says his is
an erection.
always, yeah, his is always ready to go.
Yeah, which is interesting. I wonder how, like, what magic his doctor did
Yeah.
then that didn't involve any of that stuff.
Mhm. Well, I have to say, I agree with Isabel. It can be. It can be too big.
Too big. Not a
Okay, it
fan of
can
the
be
too
I
too
don't
big.
big.
know about that.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah, I'm not a
kidding. I'm
fan.
just kidding.
Oh,
But yes, I agree. Yes. Yeah, it's a motion of the ocean, as they
damn,
say.
there's these big dicks over here. You guys.
But the length is not what matters. It's the girth. Okay.
The
Just
girth.
saying. Yeah. You don't want a pencil. You know. Guys? No, you guys don't. You
I mean,
guys don't know.
I don't really know how to answer that.
You guys don't know? Come on. Can I get an amen?
Amen, I guess.
But yeah, I do find him to be good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, his transition's really good.
Mhm.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh no, wait, we didn't do their next on, which is interesting. His friend who's a mujeriego, his
Oh
friend
yeah.
who's like a dog, sleeps around, but a womanizer.
And I guess Isabel's gonna get a little bit of an insight into his Playboy days.
Mm-hmm.
Was that his
Right.
friend from that we saw in the beginning? His
No.
first.
No,
Oh, okay.
that guy was also a transgender man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this guy is.
Yeah, I think this guy's a man.
Yeah, he's
He's a
super
M to
tall.
M male that is still male.
I'm
Mm,
dead. All right, that was it for them, right?
yes.
Who else should we go to? Hey, let's do Mahmoud and Nicole.
Oh man.
Uh, I they're so weird. Okay, for one, it's like, why did you ever go there in the first place if you didn't even resolve the whole clothing issue? But I don't know if she lied to him or not, because Mahmoud is like, you told me that you were gonna change, that you would wear the hijab and that you would wear these conservative clothes. And she's like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, okay, wait, who's lying here? Who's not telling the truth?
But she also said that he saw her wear
Oh,
like short
short
sleeve shirts
sleeves and
and
stuff.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it was fine. She also said he lied about something, so I don't remember what it was exactly. But yeah, who knows? I don't know. I
I
feel like this whole thing, like with them, is just a waste of time,
I think so too. It's like you
Mhm.
already know that they're not gonna work out.
right?
I'm like, it also she's so funny. Sometimes I'm like, is half the things she even says not necessarily true, but just the way that she describes things. She's like, in Mahmoud, here in Egypt, I don't really know much about Egypt, but Mahmoud, he has me using this thing. It's like a stove. I don't know about stoves. I have to like light it up. I don't know because I'm not from Egypt. So I don't know. She just
Because
says
she's from
like,
America.
yeah.
They DoorDash here. There is
It's
no
just like
need for stoves.
exactly. It's like things that would be a typical thing. Like, it's a stove and I have to light it up. It's like, bitch, come on, you never had to like, if the power went out something, the clicker went off. You never had to use a lighter to light the gas stove. No, never.
Never.
It's like everyday things. I feel like she
That's
describes it like it's a
caveman
foreigner.
level of technology. We're living in the future.
I guess so. Here in Egypt, when they make tea, they don't use a tea bag. They have to, it's like leaves. They put it in the water.
They did use a tea bag.
Okay, right. Or they do that. But just the way she describes things, it's like she's like an alien, like from some alien planet. They use this thing called water and they pour it in. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I'm not from Egypt. But I was thinking, like, hasn't she been to Egypt a lot of time? She was there for months. months. And he's like, I bet you she doesn't learn anything. Mahmoud is like, I showed you this hundreds of times, honey. He probably showed her the same thing 100 times, and it's just going in one ear and out the other. I don't know. I don't think she's picking up any of these cultural things. Something, maybe that's what makes her different. It's like something that somebody would already realize is not for them. It takes her a thousand times to realize it.
I think it does take her 1,000 times. The whole reason why she's there is that she can't realize that, you know, Mahmoud is like not at all wanting to compromise about the clothes things, and neither does she, but she still can't face it. It's like, dude, give it up.
Yep. So they're supposed to go see her, the uncle, about potentially starting their own clothing business. Um, which I don't know if this is what she said. Like she had an idea where it looks conservative in the front, but then it cut out back. It's like, wait, I don't think that follows. I don't think that still doesn't follow their their clothing things, right?
She
Like
wants to be modest, but still stylish.
I mean, but would that be approved to have a cutout back?
Probably not the cutout back, but Shida levels of
Yeah, right?
modesty,
Maybe that's what she
elegance,
needs
and
to.
style.
That's true. Shida was very stylish.
Yeah, and I don't think a cutout back is allowed. It seems
No,
like
the
if
whole
they
point
can't
was
even
like you're
have,
supposed to be hiding your skin.
yes. So they don't even make it to that appointment because they start fighting about wearing a hijab and clothing. So, um, and then after that, they continue the fight and they both realize that neither of them could compromise. And at first I thought that Mahmoud doesn't care about her at all. But then at the end, I was like, he was crying and he's like, I just feel like I'm not somebody that can make her happy. I'm like, yeah.
You're not, Mahmoud. Because she wants to wear nice, crazy clothes and you don't want her to.
Right. And she should also realize that. Yeah. So there's that. It's probably going to be a lot of this. I wonder if it's going to be this the whole season.
Yeah, if we're just gonna be talking about clothes the entire
Yeah.
time, and Mahmoud now changes mind that I can't wear this blue hijab. He says it
Yes.
has to be black because blue is too daring. I would lose my shit.
And the next on, we see her visiting, I guess, the family where they look ultra conservative. Everybody's wearing like the women are wearing I forgot what the outfit it's called, where you
Burqa.
can the burqas where you can only see the eyes, and here she is with all her hair out, no hijab. I was like, oh God,
It's not
here
the
we
place
go
for you,
again.
right? It's like it's not the place for
Exactly,
you.
exactly. What are you gonna do? Change the whole Egyptian culture? And for him, he seems like he just wants a conservative life. Like he doesn't want anything different. It's not like he's out there looking for something different. Like, oh, I'm tired of this very, my Islamic Muslim life. I'm looking for something else. No, he wants to follow the tradition. So I don't know why he married her. I guess he was hoping that she would be like his brother's wife, right? The one who's
From China.
Asian from China. Yes. Maybe that's what he was hoping, that she would change like that. But yeah, nope, that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
And that's
I
it for
don't know.
them.
Yeah, I'm just dreading seeing them again because I feel
I
like it's gonna be the same thing
know.
over and over.
I agree. I agree. I feel like they just got back together just for the show. They were gonna
Mm.
record. They found out that they got on the show and they're like, okay, you know what? Let's try. Let's try one more time.
Mm.
I mean, is it a lot of money? The internet said 3,000 or so per episode.
Hello, it's the clout. Okay.
Yeah,
It's the
you make a
IG
lot of
fame.
OnlyFans money.
That's right.
Could you imagine then when Nicole would be like all burqa'd up and then she had an OnlyFans?
I don't know. Somebody might be really into that.
But yeah, pay extra for behind the scenes.
Who do we want to
Okay.
go to next? Jed and
Uh
Rishi?
Yeah, I see Jen and Rishi because they had a lot this
They
episode, and it
did.
was kind of like, I don't know, annoyed. I don't know. I feel like Jen, even though she does come up with crazy and irate, I think yeah, what we said last time was kind of just her the way her face looks. I think Rishi does gaslight her,
Yes, I agree.
right? She was talking
Yeah.
with her friend about Rishi, and then the friend was like, "No, it's not normal. Like he's not telling his whole family. You're supposed to be engaged, blah blah blah." And she confronts him. And then his response is like, "Oh no, you're just thinking about this. Like it's nothing. It's just don't worry about it, blah blah blah." Which is like, gaslighting 101. So I could understand how, from her perspective, she could be like, just tell me the truth, and then the person just like plays it off as nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, he was saying like, yeah, because they're gonna pick whoever I choose in the end. They just want me to get married, so they'll accept whoever I say. And she's like, well, then why didn't you just tell them from the beginning that we're together?
Yeah. So you don't waste our time.
And then he's like, well, do you even really know what it is to be an Indian wife? Do you know what? Let me show you. Then he like diverts to something else.
Yeah. Which is dumb. Um. Because Miss Jen got 2 master's degrees, and she didn't get no 2 master's degrees to be somebody's maid, Rishi.
And she about to be.
You think she'd actually do it?
I, if she lives in India, what is she not gonna do it? Even
Yeah,
Jenny does it.
I
That's true.
mean, kind of. Jenny kind of does it. She does
Jenny
her
needs to rest,
best.
all right? Yeah.
She does her
Yeah, Jenny,
best.
That
she
woman
got a
earned her time to rest.
she got a good excuse. She's an older lady.
And the shit that guy put her through, yeah, she
Yeah.
deserves to not do as much house chores.
I do have to say that for some of these countries, like yes, Egypt and India, I do want to say that I'm very glad to be here in America.
Why?
Because when they describe the things they have to do, like for example, like in Egypt, the women are expected to stay home, I guess that they can't have friends, they can't have a social life, they can't go out, they can't do anything. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's how it looks like they're presenting it on 90 Day Fiance. Okay.
Mhm.
And then in India, they have to wake up at 4 in the morning to clean and cook and serve their husbands and do all of that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. No, thank you. Uh, thank God bless America.
Yeah, that's basically it. She goes to wife school and she doesn't like it. Um, and then she gives Rishi all these kinds of like really bad, angry, terrible looks, and she can't stand him right now, which is understandable. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for them.
She does look really good in the traditional Indian garb.
Hmm.
She looked great in it. I thought she looked really
Yeah.
pretty with the blue and the red.
Yeah, the blue is nice. It's her face, man. She's got a weird
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
She has like murderer's eyes.
Yeah, she looks angry. That's probably what like I don't like about her. She just looks angry and it makes me not like her.
I feel like whenever she talks, she always sounds like she has a problem. Rishi didn't tell
Yeah.
me
That's what
that.
I
She
said.
didn't do
She's like, it
that.
makes me think she's a hater. And I'm like, why are you such a hater?
Like Rishi didn't say this. And I was like, oh my God. Just leave him already. What did you think of her friend Dear?
I
What
felt
did
like she should be with
Yes,
him.
me too.
He's also
What
good
about that
looking.
Yeah,
guy?
I'm like, what are you doing, dude? This guy clearly likes you.
And I liked his energy and I
Yeah.
liked his class. I would take that class.
Hmm.
Yeah, why
Dummy.
aren't you with that guy?
I wish she would. Maybe we should like private message her.
Rishi didn't say that I would.
That's a good impression. She does have that kind of, I don't know what it is, that kind of accent, that drawl.
Like, oh my God, not again.
Yeah, the friend
Yeah,
is more
I like the
attractive
friend.
than Rishi.
Yeah, I was down with that guy.
Yeah, do you want to move on to uh Debbie and Oussama?
Oh, you guys, it was so uncomfortable. I was
It
very like
is.
I was not ready. I had to pause several times during
Really?
their court
Really?
scenes because it did not make me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
But I
I
thought she
felt
had
Why?
the perfect. Go ahead.
okay. So why don't you go, Enrique?
Well,
Because even
basically,
reliving it now is just making me cringe.
it's just her on the plane at the beginning, and then she talks about, this is her fairy tale, this is her happily ever after, and then she goes and see Oussama, and he's standing there like what is it called? The warrior poet that he is, waiting for his beautiful angel, and they reunite, and he gives her a rose, and they don't kiss, right?
Not allowed to.
No,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they
so they just
don't.
hug, and then he tells how they're beautiful, and she says thank you, and then she says the perfect thing, the perfect like description of them. I feel like strange beautiful. She said, "This he's my strange beautiful." I was like, yes,
Yes.
you guys are the strange beautiful. And I think that shows that they got at least something in common. I don't know if they belong together, but they got that. What did she say? Souls don't have an age or something.
Ugh. Ugh.
You
Ugh.
But
know,
I thought it
into
was so sweet the way she was looking at him. Like she was just staring at him.
Yeah, I was very
mm,
uncomfortable with that. And the way she talked, like the cadence of her manner of speech, where she kind of made herself look like a little girl, it was very uncomfortable.
did
She was
she?
like,
What'd she say?
"Oh, thanks, Osama," and I'm like, "God, no, please, Jesus, make this stop immediately."
Do you think that he actually likes her or no?
I don't
I
know,
think
man. Both of these
he
people like to say very verbose, grandiose things about each other.
I think he does like her, but I think he doesn't know, like he doesn't catch on to the what he's saying, like how of a meaning it has. Like I don't think he grasps like the full picture of like the whole situation. The fact that she sold all her stuff and she moved there for him. I don't think he really understands like how big that is.
Yeah, they didn't even show much of anything else after their reunion.
Well, I guess like they may not she he probably doesn't understand because he probably maybe didn't know because we can see on the next on he's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be here for 1 or 2 months and then go home, right?"
He's
So
gonna kick
maybe
her out.
he didn't even realize what's going on.
Did he invite her to live there forever?
That was
Did
her
she? I know.
understanding,
Did she invite herself?
but it turns out that that wasn't the case, as we see from the next on. But her understanding is, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that conversation actually.
Yeah, she
Oh,
says
I
shame
feel
on
bad for her.
like a mom. She scolds him. She goes, "Shame on you."
Right? You lied to me.
You lied to me.
Anyway, I don't know. It is very cringy, but I like watching them because it's so odd looking. It's strange, beautiful. It really is. I can't look away. I don't know why.
I agree. I agree. And I like seeing his life too, with the farm. I'm curious how
Uh,
she's going to handle all that.
Strange,
Strange,
beautiful.
beautiful. You're my strange, beautiful. That was sweet. That was sweet.
right. Um, and then we could do with Danielle and Johan.
Yes.
This is
I mean,
fast.
they didn't really didn't have much. They just cut to Danielle and she's like, "Oh yeah, I asked him to tell me the truth and he got very defensive and he started yelling at me and then he never actually gave me the full story." Which I don't know, which is not how I saw it. Like the last episode, it looked like he just was like, yeah, it's like the same thing to me. But we find out that there is actually a story behind it, which is that he was dating somebody, she got pregnant, he wanted to keep the baby, and I guess she didn't. She told him that she lost a child, but it turned out that he found out through the grapevine that she actually had an abortion, and it was a very hard time for him, and that's why it's kind of hard for him to talk about it. And then Danielle's like, okay, I understand, and that's why you need to tell me these things and not get defensive. And I thought the way Johan handled it was mature, how he came back and apologized. But she keeps saying that he's immature. I don't know. Have you guys seen that? I feel like I haven't seen him to be so immature. I feel like she's more immature.
I don't know.
I agree. I feel
like
like she's very immature.
I feel like even though sometimes what she says is correct, like she comes as such a nag. Like her voice is like
Yes.
nagging, like nonstop. I mean, I don't know. And then it's like paired with somebody who's like almost totally silent. It's kind of like a weird match because it's just her nagging all the time. I don't know. I just like it's kind of hard to. It was kind of hard for me to watch. I got so annoyed.
Oh, this was hard for you to watch. It's always interesting, like what part is hard for people
I
to
liked
watch.
it. Yeah.
So
I
this one
really
is hard for
enjoyed
you.
it.
Okay, so why was it hard for you, Will?
Well, just it was just the nagging,
Okay.
the constant nagging, how it came off.
Yeah, because even when he came to her openly, right? Like, yes, all right, this is actually a full story. And well, that's why we need to have a better communication. She's constantly berating him or making him feel bad, I guess, even when he's openly coming to her in a
Hmm.
vulnerable way, I guess. Yeah. What I don't like about Danielle is like she's supposedly a Zen, right? Like a Zen mystic, but I feel like she's opposite of Zen. Oh, and then the
Only when
other
it
one,
comes to Johan.
I know she's like the opposite. I feel like she's like gets upset about everything and um yeah, every little thing is getting her upset. And then the other one too is how she's like, it's because I want our relationship to be based on trust. And if we don't have trust, then we don't have anything. And I was like, well, didn't you just lie to him and say that you were going to take him to New York and you're going to bring him to America? And then now all of a sudden you change your mind that you wanted to live here in the Dominican Republic now? Because I think that when the beginning of this season, you told him, I mean, from my understanding, when they did the recap, that you guys were supposed to all go to America, back to
Hmm.
America. And you came and you all of a sudden decided that no, America's not the place. Well, you think that's like a lie?
That's true. That's a pretty big lie too.
That
Yeah,
is
that's a huge
bold-faced
one.
lie.
Yes. I guess she's just like a hypocrite. She doesn't even see her own actions, but she like says all these things about him. What do you think about Johan?
Gentle giant.
You right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
a good way
agree.
to describe him.
He's not a hanky panky or
No.
sanky panky. What is it? Sanky
Sa-
panky?
uh, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think it was a Sankey Panky.
Sanky panky, yes.
Is he really that chill all the time?
Dude, that's island life. What do you mean?
Wow,
You're the
like he is.
combination of two islands and you have no chill.
I know, right? That's so true. Maybe because I'm not living the island
Yeah, we
life.
need to be. I also have no chill, and it's because we're not on the islands.
I know, but
Hmm.
he is just so he's just everything is just whatever to him. Maybe that's why he could stand Danielle because I don't think anybody else could. Nobody
I
else could
agree.
stand her.
Yeah, even when they were fighting last week, his replies to her were very just even toned. He would raise
Um,
his voice at her. He was just like, "That's what you think? Then maybe we shouldn't be married anymore."
Yeah.
And like,
But
that's awesome. That'll piss her off, dude. Just do it exactly like
yeah. Even freaking Machmoud is over here cursing, and he's
that.
supposed to be from like this highly religious, praying 5 times a day. haven't even heard this guy. He didn't even curse at Danielle. Right? That's crazy. Oh man. I was like, yeah. I'm like, is this really him? That's a gentle giant.
That's true.
Do you find Johan good looking?
Yes. I have to think about it. Unconventionally so.
Maybe, yeah, his personality pumps him up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the personality. The
Johan
whole
or
gentleness.
Sumit?
Oh, I would take Submit. Yeah.
We got to know him for many years. We're like old friends now.
Okay. Do you think do you think Submit and Rishi have like this? They both seem to like to curb the truth. Is this like a thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Is
Yeah.
this a thing?
I think it's a very Indian thing. We should play Smash or Pass with like random couples or random people from the 90 Day Show. That could be an after show.
That's your pass. Yeah, I was like, I think do you think that Rishi's really good looking?
No, I do not.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
actually
so.
think he's like the least good looking. Well, no, not the least, but definitely not top.
Yeah, I would take
3.
Submit over Rishi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they make like Rishi seem like a god. I'm like, he's okay. I don't know.
He's average.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
feel
his height or
like
something. I don't know.
out of a 10, he's like a good 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take Gabriel over Rishi.
Yeah, Gabe's handsome.
And yeah, that's it. So, they make up. They make up and, they're sweet to each other. The end.
Speaking of making up, we got one more with the lesbians.
Oh, yes.
Short story for them. While furniture shopping, Kris says to Jamie that she might have to go back to Alabama because she needs to help the police prosecute this guy who stole the inherited rare bike that if she was able to sell, she could get $50,000 for. But the caveat is it will move the date of the wedding. So Jamie's quite upset at this whole thing. And we get some backstory. Apparently, while during their courtship, Kris has ghosted Jamie when it came time to realize that she was very needy, and straight up just like stop talking to her on her birthday. Best time to do it. And Jamie fears that that's kind of the problem is if she goes, she might not come back because she's shown this kind of behavior before.
Yeah, this is really this is a different. I feel like so she had a lot of pain, right? Kris had a lot of pain and she said she's never seen anybody in so much pain before. I don't know. I feel like this can really make you know somebody well. Like I don't know, like you get closer, I mean, after these type of things.
Did you like how Jamie reacted and took action?
I thought so. Yeah, I thought she was very caring about it. And she got a doctor to come and give her those steroids. But if it was me, if I was Jamie, like, oh man, and this happened within the first few weeks, I would really want to bow out.
It's like I didn't become a nurse to take care of people.
Okay.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like
this is too much narcolepsy. You have a severe surgery that you need to do, a very complicated surgery that you need to. You're in constant pain and you like knives. I don't know about all of this. And you dipped on me. You ghosted me.
That's
I don't
what I
know
was gonna
about all
say.
this.
Like this lady got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And now
she's
she needs
got
to
a
go
lot
back to
going on.
America because somebody stole her
Yes, stole the bike.
motorcycle. It's like when is it end?
Yes. It's like a lot of baggage. You know, you
Yeah, a
have to
lot of
decide.
baggage.
She does have a lot of baggage. Is she the most baggage-filled person this season?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
and here
for
Jamie
sure.
was just looking for a good time, trying to get some lingerie on and
Exactly.
Some
And Jamie's
booby
hot,
pillows.
so man, she's definitely better than Kris in appearance.
Yeah. I mean, I heard some things about Jamie. I'm not sure. Like I like through the grapevine heard that she's like a cat, and not a catfish, but a scammer. So
Well, I'd believe it. With a face like that, yeah, you could scam people.
yeah, so um I didn't really dig too deep into it, but that's what I kind of heard. But if she's a scammer, she's doing a great job with Jamie because I mean, sorry, with Kris, because she looks like she really cares about Kris. She's a great actress if she doesn't really care about Kris.
I think that's because she's a lesbian.
That why that she's able to cry.
she actually cares about her.
Oh, that she really, yeah. You mean like she's a scammer who actually with a heart of gold?
With a
She's
heart,
scammer
yes,
of
like
gold.
Robin Hood, dude.
She's Pretty Woman.
Jamie's like Robin Hood. Come on,
But
she takes
yeah,
to give back.
yes, yes, that's right. So, um, but yeah, it's so. I mean, if Kris is a lot, Kris has a lot to handle.
Yeah, should be falling asleep during your honeymoon.
That is true. All right. Is that everybody?
Yes.
I think it is. Okay, just want to say thank you to everybody who gives a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so whenever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.